So Heath and Kelli Watkins of H&K Watkins, a fundraising company, reached out to us because they wanted a custom golf cart to market their business and to use at trade shows. Well, after bouncing a few ideas off each other, we figured out the exact build they wanted and we went to work. Now that we got this cart torn down to the frame and engine, we got to prep this thing for paint. So we take it in the wash booth and we Scotch-Brite this thing, power wash it, acid bathe it a couple times to prep this for paint, because painting these Yamahas is essential and is very important because these things can rust out since the entire frame is steel. Steel is very strong, but if it's not protected by paint, it will rust. So that's why prepping this is so important, and we take a lot of time just to make sure the paint will stick and hold. So the cart's now been repainted and it looks great. Every square inch of this steel frame has been repainted to protect it from rust. So now it's time to make this cart run like new. Our mechanical restoration includes pulling the carburetor off the engine, pulling it all the way apart, and cleaning every nook and cranny with our sonic carburetor cleaner, readjusting the intake and exhaust valves to make sure they hit correctly, perform a leak down test on the motor to make sure the compression is correct, inspect the clutch. If the weights or spring don't seem to perform correctly, we will pull the clutch off and fix it. We inspect all of the linkages and grease them or replace them if necessary. Inspect the pedal assembly, grease the pedal assembly, or replace any parts if necessary as well. Change the oil, the air filter, the spark plug, the rear axle oil, and belts if belts are worn out. So the cart's now seen about 5 hours of mechanical inspection and tune-up, so it runs like it's brand new. So now it's time to start putting this cart together. As you can see, the cart turned out phenomenally. Rather than install the soundbar high around the roof like you usually see, where it's firing right at your head, we installed the soundbar right in between the front and rear seats. That way it's equal distribution for the sound for the driver as it is for the rear passengers. So I guess we promote business up front, party in the back, a lot like my dad's hairdo. The combination of the bullnose bumper, Jake's Nerf steps, the clay pigeon basket, and the graphite flame paint job really gives this cart an aggressive presence. We really like challenging builds like this because this really allows us to show off our skill and attention to detail, because there are a lot of golf cart accessories out there, as I'm sure you know, and you can get really carried away with installing too many accessories, but this cart just is not the case. It has just as much functional use as it is good looking, and with that, Heath and Kelli, we hope the cart exceeded your expectations. We hope you enjoy it, and thank you for choosing BA Carts.